My sister-in-law cried while accepting our homemade wedding cake. Then I caught her saying she'd throw it in the garbage. I come from a long line of loud, proud Italian-American bakers. We show our love through sugar and flour. When my older brother Trevor got engaged to Victoria, we tried our absolute best to welcome her. Victoria is all about status. She only cares about designer labels and her perfectly curated Instagram grid. But when she specifically asked my 70-year-old Nonna to bake her wedding cake, we thought she was finally warming up to our family. Victoria cried actual tears, saying she wanted a vintage, homemade cake to really honor our family's heritage. So, my Nonna and I went into absolute overdrive. For 3 straight days, we barely rest. We baked, we frosted, and we hand-piped hundreds of delicate, intricate sugar roses. Nonna's hands were literally cramping, but she kept smiling, so incredibly proud to do this for her new granddaughter. The day before the wedding, we were setting up the cake table at the fancy venue. I walked up to the bridal suite to grab the cake topper, and the door was cracked open. I heard Victoria laughing with her bridesmaids. "Oh my god, no," she snorted. "I would never serve that amateur lopsided mess to my guests." I froze in my tracks. She told them she had secretly ordered a $3,000 cake from a high-end bakery in the city and had instructed the venue staff to throw our homemade cake in the dumpster the second the reception started. She called my Nonna's masterpiece a pathetic, cheap joke. I looked down the hall and saw Nonna walking toward me, holding the little bride and groom topper, just beaming with pride. My stomach completely dropped. I didn't even hesitate. I kicked the door open so hard it shook the walls. Victoria jumped, dropping her expensive champagne glass. "Well, good news, Victoria," I said, my voice practically vibrating with anger. "You don't have to worry about our pathetic cheap joke ruining your aesthetic." I turned to the venue coordinator in the hallway. "Box it all up. We are taking it to the local children's hospital. Right now." Victoria started stuttering, completely panicking because her expensive cake wasn't arriving until tomorrow, meaning she had nothing for tonight's rehearsal dinner. "Trevor," I yelled down the stairs to my brother, not breaking eye contact with her. "Your fiancé just called Nonna's wedding gift a joke. Grab the car, we are leaving." We packed up all 5 tiers and drove away, leaving her sobbing in the parking lot in her silk robe. Trevor ended up calling off the wedding 2 weeks later, but the family fallout has been incredibly draining and honestly, a nightmare. My phone still blows up with nasty texts from her friends. But when I look at the picture we took of those little kids at the hospital eating Nonna's cake, I know I'd do it all over again.